Hey guys, Britto here. Welcome to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. This is going to be a new series on the channel. Not quite sure how often it's going to run, but we'll see how we go. If we get enough likes and comments, we might bring it in regularly. If we don't, we won't. But playing Diesel Brothers has sort of got me wanting to play Car Mechanic Simulator again. I did initially try to put this on the channel many moons ago, and really didn't get anywhere with it. So I've decided, why not have another look at it and see what we can do. So started a brand new game. Tutorials have been turned off, so bear with me for a little while and I'll see if I can remember the buttons and everything. But this game looks amazing, it really does. The graphics look amazing. It looks like a real legitimate workshop for a single mechanic, just me by myself. Right, so let's use our computer. As I said, I need to work out how we get jobs again. Where's our phone? It's a radio. We don't want the radio. We want our phone. Where's our phone? There's our phone. Okay, so we've got the Katagiri Katsumoto X-Tech. It has brake problems. We have the Emden Lots. A year and a half ago, I bought this car for my son. He said that he's not interested in anything except driving occasionally and filling it up at the gas station. Please check the oil in the tyres. I don't know if we can do both, but we'll take this order. We should be able to do both. Probably only do one at a time, but we can take both. Make some space near main gates to the car park, and the car can park there. Right, so we might have to go over and right click and go move car to lift to A. There we go. We might as well go. I said, bear with me, work out what I'm doing again. Lift the car up, get on the phone again, take your order. Okay, so if we right click and go, no, not that, inventory, tune parts, car status, there we go. So we need to get a brake caliper, 2 calipers, 1 pad, and disc ventilated. Alright, so making sure, yep, there we go. So brakes, so 1 pad, 2 calipers, and disc ventilated. Done. There we go. So now that should be in our inventory. If we press I, we should have all those in there. If we click on this and go overview mode, does it tell us which ones? It does. These guys and the rear ones. So there's bits and pieces everywhere that need to be done. Lift you up, so we need to work on the part. Where are we? Hold the takeoff part, there we go. I've sort of forgotten how to play, but I think after a while we'll get used to it. So I need to take off the brake caliper. You've got to hold it again. And hold these as well. As I said, hold it. I think Diesel Brothers can probably learn a lot from CMS 18. Actually, I don't know if that one needs to go. Let's have a look. Let's go car status. Brake disc ventilated. Where's our mineral parts? 55%. There we go. So let's go switch parts. That is 56, so now we can leave that on there. Yep. Oh, there we go. Brake pads. Oh, they were fine too. Okay, brake caliper. If we hold that on, so that was what was gone. We needed the new brake caliper. Yes, put that on. I said you need to bear with me because I haven't played this for a little while, so I'm gonna have to get used to how things work. Zoom out a little bit would be good. Always crisscross. we go, done. Press escape and get out of that. So now if we hold our right mouse again and go to overview mode, there we go. I think there is, not you, there's a way that we can actually change how all the buttons and everything work. So like this. Oh, there we go. Need to move the camera. Forgotten how to move the camera now. WASD. So examine mode, it gives you 1%. So it sort of tells you what's broken. I think, no, okay, I thought there was a way that we could press our 1, 2 or 3 keys to work out what 1's mounting, 2's unmounting, 3's the parts check. So take that off, go back to mount the part, get the proper one, brake pads, which they can go back on there fine, caliper, 60 was fine, put the wheel back on and then we'll look at the rear end. So one thing I guess that has always bugged me with Car Mechanic Simulator was the way that the camera sort of worked. Like, would get really frustrating for me at times. Like this, it zooms right in. It shouldn't zoom in, it should stay out, but there's no like options we can do anything at the moment. Okay, so let's take this rim off. You can see every time we take something off, we get a point, +1 experience points. So now if we go overview mode, we need to replace just the brake caliper on this side. That's all we need to do. So unmount the caliper. Right click again and we'll go mount the part, brake caliper on. Actually, yeah, that's right, let's replace the caliper. Everything looks a bit dodgy to me. I'd replace the whole brake system, but if you're going to replace the caliper, you might as well do the brakes. And the rotors look shot too. Alright, so that's that side done. Come around this side. Take off the wheel. I think it's... Do we need to replace anything on this side? Yeah, the pads. Okay. So I thought it would have been the pads. Did we order enough pads though? Can't remember. Yes, we did. Beautiful. So it always zooms in. I want it to stay zoomed out. There we go. The wheel will come on. If you click on the rim, it'll center on the rim. But I don't want it to be zoomed in. I want it to be like zoomed out. There might be something in the options menu, in the main menu, that will help us stop that from happening. But I'll have to take a look and just make sure. Alright, so if we right click and go car status, all done. Finish order. Done. So we made $144. So not very much, of course. So we need to move you to lift to A. Press the button to get it ready to go. Nope. Pop the hood and go car status. So standard tyre B, fuel and air filter. Alright. We type in here, we'll just go filter, air, yes, and the fuel filter will be there. We go back to tyres, standard tyre B. Actually, I don't know if they're the right size. We'll have to check the sizing of the tyres before we go. Buying anything, I want to make sure we get the exact right size. Right, so we take it out of there, and to get the tyre and rim apart, we actually have to come over here to the tyre changer. So separate these guys, yes, which is awesome. I love this, and the whole wheel balancer toolbox, which allows us to upgrade our shop as we go, as you can see, which is pretty cool. Take these parts. If we go to our inventory, standard B, 205, 55, 16s. So standard B, 205, 55. Well, they bloody 16s or 15s, 16s, weren't they? 205, 55, 16s. 205, 55, 16s. Go before. We can make them wider if we want to, it doesn't really matter. But we'll buy those. Get the rest of these tyres pulled off. And see how much money we make out of this job. Hopefully it's more than the last one. We should be able to click on the tyre on the other side. There we go. Move our camera around. So we can obviously upgrade later on how quick we unscrew and screw things in, which I think is really awesome, being able to upgrade and stuff. One thing with Diesel Brothers, I do like the idea of the parts being on the ground, but then at the same time I like the idea of the parts, these parts, being in the inventory, so you don't have to stress too much about them. Alright, so let's take the air cover off. Go around the other side and replace the filter. Then we'll find the fuel filter, which should be thinking the back of the engine there somewhere. Right, so mount, yep, the new one, box on top. All these clips are a pain to put back on, but we need them. So at this point in time I've got no mods or anything installed. There are a heap of mods, heap of cars and stuff that the people have put into the mod workshop, which we can use, but I was thinking of just sort of going the vanilla to start with, and then maybe later on we could look at doing some mods and stuff. So right, I'll separate all these guys. We'll put some new ones on. So I love how this works. It's really cool. Right, while that's happening, let's run to our phone, which is all the way down here. So brakes and brakes. Might go with the Mayan or the Audi, whatever you want to call it. That'll be our next job. Must be a pretty good mechanic if they trust us with that car already. So car status, brake ventilated, ABS, brake caliper. I don't know, can't remember what that actually does. I'm not sure if that gives it parts notes. What happened then? No, delete from list. We don't need that. Actually, we can get to our phone there. Oh, well, that's a lot easier, isn't it? Thought there was a way that we could do it. You, yep. Now I have to get it over into here as well. Balance the wheels. Right, take you off. We'll go balance. Oh. Put together. There we go. That one and that one. Good to have the screen working on this. Take you off. Balance you guys as well. Oh, no, not that. Put them together. Right, take you off. Put you together as well. Done. And while that's happening, we can mount the rims on with the new tyres. Can we get over there? There we go. Standard B tyres. Oop, there we go. Shame we have to hold it for so long, but I think that does change later on as well with upgrades and stuff. There we go. Oop, wrong way. Let's go and grab you off there, grab you off there. Balance the last tyre. Mount tyre and rim, and then be able to get stuck on to the next job. So I don't know if we get a point for this, but we've got up to 151 experience points at the moment. No, we don't. That's a shame. Alright, so let's mount the tyre onto here. There we go. Right click, car status, finish order, payout $1,359. Oh, change the oil. Okay, there we go. Alright, well, lift you up. We're gonna have to move you. Car lifter A, there we go. Use the equipment to drain the oil. Didn't look too bad actually. Move that back. Drop you back down. Now to change the oil we need to take off the oil fill plug and tip it in so you sort of see it, I think, drop down like that if I remember correctly. Now if we look at the dipstick, yeah, you could probably do a little bit more in there. Take that off, tip some more in. There we go, see how it sort of started to bubble up out of the bottom? Looked like it was bubbling up. I think that means when it's at the max level, as you can see there. Awesome. Make sure you put your sump plug back in before you do that. Right there. That is $5,582. How good is that? That was a really good job to do. Alright, let's move you, or not, move you to car lifter A. Get you ready to go up. What else is in? Brake problems again, we won't worry about you just yet. So you need ventilator disc, caliper pads and ABS. Probably forget that. No, not that. Brakes, ventilator disc, caliper, pads. Oh, I don't want to get that wrong. Pump or module? Pump. So I don't want to get that wrong because that's a lot of money to waste if you buy one or the other that we don't actually need. Alright, so let's come into here. So we need to take the module off first. And then the pump off the back. You see how bad the pump is. So for them to make it look like it's worn, you can see it looks like it's rusted really bad. Alright, so mount the new one. Mount the old module back on. Should be good to go for a little while longer yet. Go done. Shut the bonnet because that's all finished. Actually no, you want to go that front left needs work. The rear right. Yep. So this one can come off. We don't need to touch the other side. I'll take that off. Take this off the caliper. You see as your overview at the bottom left down here, it will tell you condition 27%. So put some new pads on there. No, not the pads, the caliper. You put the old ones back on. See, for a job like this, if you can take off a part that's about, 60% worn, you can actually use it on another job and not have to pay for any new parts. So One thing that I've always sort of recommended is don't throw anything away unless you really need to, or you don't like having things in inventory. I would always try and keep everything, because you never know when you're going to need it. And later on down the track you can actually repair parts too, so obviously not pads, but like ventilated discs and stuff, you can actually, I think you can repair those, but in real life like, you would just sort of reface them. So put them in and actually I think that's a brand new caliper then too. Trim them down so they look brand new. Just take a little bit of meat off them, I guess, as they say. Go around the other side. Take the wheel off. I need to replace the caliper on the side. So we're nearly up to 300 points, which is good. Caliper off, then new caliper on, and we should be done. See, brake caliper was only 3%, but the cylinder was good. There we go, put the rim back on. We're up to 294 XP after this, and then probably get up to our next level. Alright, car status, everything is done. Payout 1741. So we made a little bit of money, which is good. Now we're up to 398. Level 2. Alright, check the phone again. Ooh, the Royal Crown. Oh, that another one disappeared. I read in the newspaper that the timing component should be replaced more frequently than recommended by the manufacturer. The same goes for the oil. Please check both of those and replace whatever you decide is needed. I'll replace the whole bloody car if you're going to pay for it. Look at this beautiful looking rig. Right, let's move you to the lifter. Because you want us to replace, change the oil on that bit. We need to look at all the timing components, which are obviously there's some ignition issues there, as you can see. Alright, we can also go to our toolbox. You see we've got a level now, so we can either get faster examination, faster screwing or unscrewing. Then we can save it and use it somewhere else, I think. I don't know if we have to use a part or not, but here, as you can see, expands your garage, adds a test path and repair bench to your garage. There you go, that's what we need. We need to get up high level, of course. So for this, we can go over to here and go examine mode. Oh, can only be examined by an OBD. Okay, well then, unmount. When you take it off, you will get, up the top left, 30% ignition coil. So I'd say this might be a quick, just spark plugs and leads, or spark plugs and coils, I would say, for this job and service. Oh no, ignition coil, but it says minimum parts, so I don't know. Anyway, let's go to the timing cover. So we're going to have to take some belts off. Oh, that one. Tensioner. I knew I had to take one of these off first. Take the belt off. So if you want to go up and down a level real quick, just take a belt off and put a belt back on 1,000,000 times. You go up level really fast. Alright. So I don't know why it wants 100%. Let's go. Ooh, there we go. Look at that. These both cam gears are shot. Ooh, there's still more parts we haven't discovered yet. Actually, I can see them. The camshafts need to go too. Shouldn't be, well, I was gonna say shouldn't be too hard, but you never know. I know, yeah, there you go. Should have slide straight out. So we need 2 camshafts, 2 cam gears, 4 ignition coils. Alright, so go to all if you want to and go cam, 2 cam gears, yes, 2 cam shafts, and if you go back to here and go ignition coil times 4, easy peasy. Right, so go to mount parts, mount the new camshafts, the new cam gears. So I'm not going to sell any of our used parts. I'm going to keep them all. And then we'll be able to use them maybe on another car or something later on. Can't see those bolts down the bottom. There we go. Let's get cover back on. One thing I've always sort of hoped for with Car Mechanics Simulator 2018 is if you want to install a new part, say if you want to go spark plug and you got 4 spark plugs exactly the same, it should just automatically pick one, or maybe even automatically pick the best part. I don't know, like ignition coil, there's 4 of them that are perfect, automatically pick them. Maybe, then again, I don't know, like maybe for say water pump, if we only have 1 in our inventory, there's not 2, only 1, it should just automatically throw the only 1 that we have on. I think that'll be a lot easier than having to sort of click on everything. Idle roller. Right, serpentine belt. Belt tensioner. Belt A. Now that should be everything here. We just need to do the service, so the oil change. Sorry guys, just had a bit of a coughing fit, sort of. Right, so move that over to here. We can use you. Oil still look pretty bloody good. Right, move you back to where you were. Drop you back down again. Of course, take the oil plug off. Hold the mouse to tip it in. You'll see when the bottle sort of tilts back, it means it's at minimum. If you leave it on, you'll see it bubble out of the bottom of the engine, or the top of the engine there, like that, and that means it's full. Then if we double check our dipstick, yep, she's full. So get out of that, shut the hood, job is done, money spent, $910, $2,205 payment. So that is pretty bloody good. Finish order. Now we have 562 experience points. So have a look at our timer. A little bit of time to go, but not much. So suspension, and what's this one? Story order. Okay. Hey, Roadmaster 1234. That's what they call me on the internet. I'm a master behind the steering wheel in games. Now I've got a real machine. I'll show those disbelievers what I can do on the real road. So please do something with these rims because they slow me down. Oh, and I think something is not right with the engine. It's making a strange banging noise. Let's take this job, but we won't get this job done today. We will get it done next episode, if you guys want to see another episode, that is. Interesting little beast. Looks fast too. Right, check out these jobs again. Take this one too because it's nice and easy. Don't have to stress too much about that one, just an oil change. Let's go into here again. See, now we can do 50% faster part installing. We can do 10% faster walking, 5% discount in shops. So we can unlock. So unlock this one and this one, and if you want to, you can reset the points, but it costs you $2,000, as you can see. So you can do whatever you want to do all the way along, and then reset the points. So I think that's probably shouldn't have got that one. Probably should have got this one instead, but it doesn't matter. We'll get this one next to expand our garage, and then we can odds of successful repair raised to 55%. Unlock the tire tread tester. Yep, cool. Using examine 3 parts when seeing a car for the first time. That'll be good. And unlocks a tablet so we can shop from our inventory here instead of having to shop from the computer itself. So right guys, if you guys enjoyed this one, as always, smash that like button. Leave a comment, let me know if you want to see some more. If I get enough likes and comments, and you guys letting me know you want to see more, I'll continue this series. Otherwise, I'll just put it on the shelf and never to return. Maybe, I don't know, maybe return it later, who knows. But if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, guys, please do so. It's been Britto, thanks for watching. See you again soon.